Yeah. What's good, guys? Your boy Hugo the Savage back again. WrestleMania weekend, baby. You know the vibes. It's good to be here, bro. If you're not hyped for WrestleMania, what are you doing on the stream? Come on, Ashton and Nat, I mean. Yo, shout out to the team in the chat. It's good to be here. It's very exciting. I was wondering when I was going to be able to fit this preview and prediction in. I wonder if I was going to be able to at all because it's a busy weekend, as you can imagine. But I'm very excited, and I'm here to fill it in. So let's go for it. You know, like that, very exciting times. I hope everyone can hear me properly. Mic check. Can you hear me properly? Hopefully you can. You know, like that. Woo. Let's get the groundwork out of the way. I hope everyone's okay. I hope everyone's doing well in the stream. I hope everyone's healthy, you know, like that. Drinking water, eating fruit, eating a veg, exercise and all that. But it's WrestleMania weekend, bro. I'm guessing cheat meals all around and that. But I'm here for it. I'm excited for everyone else who's shout out to you, Ashton. Thank you for that, bro. For anyone else, for the thousands or the hundreds or whatever, joining later on, seeing the prediction, shout out to you guys too. Hit the like button for me if you like the stream. And if you don't like the stream, you can't hit the dislike button because it don't exist. So I'm here for that as well, but it's very exciting times. WrestleMania weekend, baby. WrestleMania 38, night 1, night 2. We got big things to talk about, so we're going to get straight into it because there's a lot of matches. There's 2 nights. There's stuff to talk about. There's preview stuff. Seth Rollins has been going crazy on Twitter trying to troll everyone. He's posting up AEW stuff and RVD and Mustafa Ali and all the stuff. He's out here making, you know what I mean? But I don't trust him, bro, so we're going to get to that as well. Hopefully you guys can drop in your predictions with me as we go along. Let's try and do it where we can go one by one, match versus match, so I can keep up with you guys in the chat as well, and you guys can have your say, because I don't want to, you know, I'm talking about Sami Zayn and you're talking about Brock and Roman, and then he gets all confused and I have to go back and backtracking and that, you know, like that. So I just want to leave it like that. That way everyone can have the say. That way I can get everyone's comments and we can all chop it up. We're going to be here for about an hour. But you know, when we say we're going to be here for about an hour, we're going to be here longer than an hour. But it's all good. Shout out to Ethan in the chat. Shout out to you, brother. I will put a schedule up for the weekend stuff. I was thinking about, I don't think I've got time to do stand and deliver because obviously it's on at a different time to when it would normally be. So I'm going to miss out on NXT stand and deliver. I'll be able to watch it, but because I'm here in England, in the UK, I've got football stuff to do as well. Obviously, the sleeping pattern's going to be mad over the weekend. Definitely going to do watch along for WrestleMania night 1 and night 2. Looking to do a Hall of Fame watch along as well, which should be at about 2 a.m. in the morning after SmackDown. I think that's when they're doing it. If I can do SmackDown watch along as well, I'll do SmackDown as well. But if not, then I'll join you guys after SmackDown for the Hall of Fame because we're gonna do it, man. I have the match cards written down in front of me. I've got it on here. Stand and Deliver is on Saturday, bro. It's on in the daytime. Is it Saturday or Friday? Yeah, Saturday. No. Well, for in the UK, it'll be Saturday morning. For in America, it'll be Friday night. So after SmackDown, it's following SmackDown. I think that's how it's going. Or is it following Stand and Deliver on Saturday? I can't remember. It's following one of them. Because I think the SmackDown fans are staying for Hall of Fame. But I don't want to give you information what I don't know 100%, but I think that's what it is anyway. So we'll find out anyway. Don't worry about that. I'll definitely watch it. I might do reaction videos for it, because I'm going to miss some of it because obviously I've got my football team to watch as well. So that's very important to me. Like I said, I've got the matches written down in front of me. I've got the matches on here as well, ready for everyone. So I'm here for it. I've got Stand and Deliver and WrestleMania Night 1 on Saturday, then West Ham, Everton. And West Ham. Yeah, but so you got West Ham, Everton. I got Liverpool versus Watford at 12:30 on Saturday. I got to go see Morbius as soon as that match finishes. So then by the time I get back, it will be after 4 p.m. And I think it's starting at 4 p.m. here. But yeah, the match is on in no particular order. I'm going off Bleacher Report of how they've left it in there. But for you guys, I will put night 1 matches at the bottom of the screen. And then we'll go one by one. So like I said, guys, try and do it one by one. Let me give my preview on the match first. And then I'll ask you guys for your prediction. You can throw it in there. But we're here to have a good time, not a long time. You know, like that. There we go. So I'll put that up on there. I think I've written it down exactly the same, so that might be useful. We're going to do in the order of what I've got it on the screen. Let me go to where I need to go, which is Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair. For anyone just joining, just remember, I'm not reading out any predictions that are not in line with the ones on the screen, so it's fair to everyone and everyone can have a chat. But yeah, Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch. This rivalry started back at SummerSlam when Becky returned, and obviously we saw what happened there. What was it, 38 seconds or something like that? We done a watch along for that, and no one was happy that Bianca Belair lost her WWE title. Becky never lost it, to be fair to her, but she did choose to get pregnant, so it's nothing to do with us, like that. The rivalry's been brewing over the year. It's been up and down because there have been parts in this rivalry where they've gone off each other, and Becky's fought Doudrop and Bianca's fought Doudrop, and they've fought Liv Morgan and stuff like that. So it hasn't been a continuous rivalry, but I do like the fact that hidden in the background of the story, this has always been there, and I'm very interested to see the outcome of this match. I don't know if it's going to be first on the card, like I said, because there's no order of what's going on. But what I will say is I do believe that Bianca Belair picks up the victory in this match. She did seem a little bit heelish when she cut Becky's hair on Raw. It was the nicest way to possibly cut someone's hair, by the way. You know what I mean? But yeah, her new hair, what she's got, I saw it on WWE YouTube channel. She seemed happy with it, but it looked terrible to me. But that's nothing to do with me, like that. So that's what I'm gonna go for there. So I'm gonna go Bianca Belair on that match. And let's see what the chat wants to say. So Nima, shout out to you, brother. Nima picks Bianca for the win. Amin as well, Bianca to win. Becky's new hairdo. Shout out to Ashton. Yeah, you think it's fire? It's terrible, bro. I sense a heel. Yeah, me too, a little bit. But the only problem is you can't turn heel on Becky, who's a heel at the same time. It doesn't really. It's happened before, but it doesn't make much logical sense. The reason why I think Bianca Belair will turn heel eventually, I don't know, because I think her promos will be better as heel as well. But it seems like the Street Profits are veering towards turning heel. So we'll see. We'll see for sure. Ethan has Bianca to win as well, and Ashton has Bianca to win the match as well. So I think unanimous on that one that we all have Bianca Belair to win that match. Next on the card, what I've got written down here, well, I think it's different to what I've got written down actually, but might as well just go from what I've got on the screen, to be honest. But we have the tag team match, probably first celebrity match of the night. Dominik, the Mysterios versus The Miz and Logan motherfucking Paul. I never thought in my wildest dreams that I'll be seeing Logan Paul at WrestleMania. The man gets a lot of hate. Some things were justified, but it was a long time ago, and he was a little bit younger when he was doing these silly things. I'm the guys. Logan Paul to me is quite inspirational. I can't even lie, bro. Like this guy has built some empire, starting off on Vines, and now he's at WrestleMania in a tag team match, and there's a possibility that he can win. I think he's going to pull out some tricks out of the bag because he's quite athletic, and he's on the WWE game. This guy has my dreams. All the dreams that I had, Logan's taken them, and I'm here for it still. So shout out to Logan Paul. But what I will say is, I have to say it. I believe that Logan Paul and The Miz will win this match. I'm not too interested in it, but what I do believe is the fact that they have constantly shown us some part in this match over the Raws. Like they keep giving us singles matches between them all, or some iteration of these lot fighting each other. So they've not left anything to the, you know what I mean? We're not going to be shocked by anything. The only thing we can be shocked by is if Logan Paul pulls out some Hurricane Ranas out of bags and stuff. And like I said, he's very athletic, so I can see him doing it. I'm going to go for them guys to win. I got a feeling they're not going to do the storyline what I wanted, where the Mysterios break up, which is fine. I don't think Ray wants that. He's the cover star of the game, so you'd think something special is going to happen. But I wouldn't be surprised if Dominik cost Ray. And can you imagine if Logan Paul gets the pin on Rey Mysterio? It'd be incredible, wouldn't it? But I'm going to go for Logan Paul and The Miz. And let's see what you guys say in the chat for this one. Where are we with this? Yeah, I don't know. Hope Miz and Logan win, but they won't. Yeah, that's kind of my hope as well, man. You know what I mean? I don't think at this point the Mysterios get anything from winning the match. I don't think they do. But we'll see. I mean, Mysterios to win. Shout out to you, Durante. I'm good, thank you very much. I hope you're well, bro. I hope you're healthy. You know, like that. I'm doing good, man. You know them way there. It's gonna be a DQ. Logan and The Miz. Yeah, man. So it looks like most people have picked Logan and The Miz. We've got one pick for the Mysterios there, which I actually thought I'd be on my own picking them guys, but I'm not. So, like I said, I'm not that bothered about the outcome of the match too much. Let's move on to another match that I really don't care about. Like for me, I gotta let me just have a quick break in what we're doing. Now, I'm guessing that when we get SmackDown tomorrow, the Intercontinental title. In fact, no, we're not going to get that because the Intercontinental title is going to be defended on SmackDown tomorrow. If we get WrestleMania without the US title and the Intercontinental title, it's disgusting. It's very disgusting. I don't want to moan too much because I'm excited, but one, you're leaving Finn Balor and Ricochet off the card. Two, the Intercontinental title is the second title. It's the most second prestigious title in the WWE, in WWE history. And to be left off the card is crazy. Shout out to everybody who listened to me when Ricochet won. Go back and watch my reaction. I did tell everyone at the time as Ricochet won that title, I said he would be buried within weeks and no one will care. And within weeks, I don't think he's won a match since he's won the title. He's lost 3 times for sure, I know that much. Or twice, and it's been clean. So that's all I wanted to say on that. But on to another match that I do not care about. I really don't care about this match. I'm going to let you guys throw your prediction in. But when I mean I don't care about this, I really do not care about this. Yes, SVHD, that's exactly what I said. It's ridiculous. I told everyone not to get excited about him winning. No one cares. It's a shambles. And they've disrespected the title. They've disrespected Ricochet. They've disrespected Finn Balor. Because Finn Balor kept losing to Damon Priest after he won the title as well. So shout out to you. But yeah, Drew McIntyre versus Baron Corbin with Madcap Mass on his side. Let's be honest here. Let's be honest. I'm not going to spend too long on this. In fact, I'm not going to spend over a minute on it. Baron Corbin should win this match simply because it's predictable that Drew's going to win. It does nothing for Drew's career. It doesn't do anything for Baron's career, to be fair. It doesn't do anything for Madcap Moss. This is a filler. How is this match at WrestleMania and the IC title and the US title isn't? Surely they've done this because they need to get Drew on the card. Well, if you want to get Drew on the card, here's what you do. You put Baron Corbin, you put Drew McIntyre, Ricochet, and one other person in a fatal 4-way match for the Intercontinental title. There, done. See how easy it was to book? But there we go. I'm done. Drew for the win. My prediction is nobody fucking cares. Yeah, I agree. Was the last time I see defending the pay-per-view last year, WrestleMania? Yep, it was. Shout out to you, Ethan. Of course, Drew will win. There's a goddamn... Yeah, man, Angela, the doofus sword. Drew McIntyre. Okay, so it looks like everyone's thinking Drew's going to win. You're probably right. I don't really care. But if anyone would want to win, I want it to be Baron Corbin. So that's what I'll go for that. Moving on from there, a match that I care about because I love these guys, but I don't care about who they're fighting against because realistically, bloodline settings, only one team should win this match. Nobody cares about Nakamura and Rick Boogs as a tag team championship. Tag team team. Nobody cares about Nakamura and Rick Boogs as a tag team. Let's be honest. You can pretend like you do, but we don't care. Do I have a few things to say? I love the Usos. They have to win. Rick Boogs is an incredible athlete, but his character is stupid. He's the hench Freddie Mercury. Let's be honest. Nobody gets on well in WWE playing a guitar. Jeff Jarrett, maybe. Elias, he's been dead for a while now. Remember when Elias went missing? Where is he? Is he coming back the Raw after Mania? Or is he going to be released? I don't know. There's a few people we need to come back. Bailey, we need her back. Oscar, we need her back. Elias, we need him back. Lacey Evans, we need her back. So there's a few people to come back, to be fair. But Usos win for me.
And that's how I'm leaving it. There's nothing else to say because the story's dead. Let's see. I mean, it says Usos, like that with the ones. I don't know why, but I think Nakamura and Rick will win. If Nakamura and Rick wins, it's going to have a big impact on the way Roman is the day after. Because they're not doing it on the same day, I don't think. But I just don't see a reason why they would win. I just don't see a reason. The fact that in Roman's match, it's a unification match for the titles. I wouldn't mind if they had done that with the tag team championships as well. I don't think we need 2 sets of them. No one gives a damn, but we'll see. Tag team is getting old and boring. Rick Boogs should go to NXT and face Cameron Grimes, and Nakamura should get a title run. Which title? You can't be on about the WWE title. Did you see his Intercontinental title run? It was terrible. No one cared that he was the champion. Tell me you cared, and I'll tell you you're lying. No one cared. He was just left off pay-per-views. It's not his fault, but no one cared. So, yeah, they put Rick Boogs with him. Everyone got a bit excited. The best thing that Nakamura's done in the last year was the King of the Ring crown. You know what I mean? The way he treated that was dope. But it's terrible, to be honest. It's terrible. But Ashton says Usos for the win. Exactly. Why do they keep making these stupid gimmicks? No dancers, no guitar players, just stop. Yeah, I had a conversation with one of my friends earlier on, and we spoke about that wrestling needs to start going towards more reality based now. I think everyone's grown up and no one cares about this. I was just about to say as well that Nakamura is not good on the mic, so if he doesn't have a manager with him, then he should just be a badass. But they took that away from him, and now they got Rick Boogs, hence Freddie Mercury. You know the vibes. Ethan says Usos to win. You know that. Uso. Amin says Tony Storm is all elite. Yeah, I know. No one cares. Let's be honest, man. I like Tony Storm, but we don't care. We don't care. She's gonna. You remember Ruby Soho? Remember when everyone was excited about Ruby? No one cares anymore. No one cares about Ruby. They don't care about Andrade. They don't care about Miro. No one cares anymore about any of this stuff anymore. Like, I don't even care who's all elite. You got Seth Rollins posting stuff about AEW today. Trolling, man. Here's what it is, man. I don't give a damn about that, man. Let's keep AEW off this anyway. This is all about WrestleMania. As long as Nakamura doesn't have good mic skills, I ain't interested. He ain't never gonna have them. Remember, in New Japan, he didn't need to speak, and it's his native. Maybe even Nakamura switch brands. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Brock Lesnar rivalry. If Brock wins, Brock would destroy him. I know they had a match in New Japan, but if you want me to be realistic, Brock ain't beating Nakamura. I mean, Brock's going to destroy him. Nakamura versus Riddle's a lot better, but none of them have a title. Nakamura, he probably should be in the Intercontinental title picture, but he needs to be fighting against good fighters, good matches. There's matches they can make. You know what I mean? I'm not even joking. It sounds terrible, but I'd rather Gable get a push now than anyone else. I'm not joking. I'm being deadly serious. The guy's is an incredible wrestler. He really is an Olympian. Gable Stevens is going to come in sooner or later, and he's an Olympian as well. I think they got an angle there, man, but we'll see. Moving on from there, I think I've got this right. This is a shame for me to say, guys. I don't want to come across disrespectful. You know how big fans I am. You can see in the background, you can see the Bootios box. But I'm sorry. If they want me to care about this match, I can't. I can't care about it. Now, there's a lot I can say about this. First of all, I understand Big E's injured. So this looks like it would have been a 3-on-3 match. All right, for the kickoff show, maybe. There's no title involved. Xavier doesn't even have his crown on in this picture, which says a lot. I was so excited for Xavier to win the King of the Ring, but they've zapped all the energy out of him. No one cares about that. Kofi is a legend, so he's all right. Sheamus is a legend as well. Ridge Holland, I know he was an accident, but he just broke a man's neck, innit? I don't know how these men are even trusting to wrestle. And you guys know personally that Pete is my guy, but they called him Butch, and they made him some bootleg Peaky Blinders. So I don't care about this match one. But I don't believe I'm saying I don't care about a New Day match. I can't believe it, but I don't care. I don't care. I don't care that much that I'm not making a prediction for this match. You guys make it. I don't care. I honestly don't. I don't care. It's actually upsetting seeing that this is the match they're gonna be in. Like, just take this match off the card and let Ricochet have his match. And take the other match off the card and let Finn Balor have his match. Stop messing around, man. It's flipping ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. So there you have it, man. You guys predict that one for me. I don't. Maybe Nakamura. Okay, we would have done that round. Ridge and Sheamus for the win. Okay. DQ, Butch go for win. Able to beat Shay. Yeah. This year, WrestleMania match card is possibly the worst I've ever seen. Listen, night 2 gets better, so you know what I'm saying about that. The card's not terrible. Okay, I'm lying. The card is not amazing, but it's not the thing is, the guys that I spoke about are all great matches. I mean, great wrestlers. So they can put on great matches, but no one cares about the match. Now, Nima's made a good point here, and I'm about to elaborate on this point. So, Ethan says the New Day for the win. Okay, 50-50, and plus I don't care. If you're talking about the whole WrestleMania 50-50, then it makes sense what you're saying, because WrestleMania shouldn't be 2 days, and if it was 1 day, then half of the matches couldn't fit on the other card, so you'd get rid of the filler matches. Let's be honest, if you take away them 2 tag team matches we just spoke about, and you take away Rey Mysterio, the Logan Paul, although, you know, they always have a celebrity match, that's fair enough. Take away that, take away Bobby Lashley versus Amos. We get 1 day WrestleMania for 6 hours, 5 hours, good enough for me. Or 1 match on a kickoff show, because there's going to be a kickoff show, so that's another hour wasted. So I agree with you though, bro. I give 0 thoughts about WrestleMania. That's fucking sad. Yeah, it's I care about WrestleMania because there are people on there that I want to. Yeah. Ashton, I can't even bother to get into what they've done to Pete. Honestly, I'm never gonna call him Butch, but Pete's my guy. That's it, man. Yeah, I didn't even. I was gonna message him on Instagram, but I couldn't be bothered, man, because I don't want to. Like, he has to work with that name. Surely he's gonna tell me that he came up with it, but I know that he didn't. So, wherever I got to, moving on from there. Okay, it is a match what people probably care about, but they don't care about it for the reasons that they should. They care about it because they don't know who he is. So here we go with the speculations, guys. Seth Rollins versus no one. Seth Rollins versus somebody that Vince McMahon will handpick. The storyline makes no sense. Seth Rollins today has posted on his Twitter Mustafa Ali video. Mustafa Ali picture, RVD, some AEW picture. Yeah, quite a few people. For me, this has got Shane McMahon written all over it. But let's see what you guys think. The wrestlers are good, but holy smokes, the build, the WrestleMania is bad. Yeah, I agree, Nima. This was what happened at SummerSlam, to be fair. But to be fair, SummerSlam ended up good. So, Durante says, we all love Pete Dunne. We do, bro. Mean says, Seth versus Cody. I think, I'm going to say this, yeah. Everyone thinks it's Cody, but not because of... No one thinks it's Cody off the top of their own head. It's because the press, of the journalists, the dirt sheets have made it seem like Cody. No one just came up with Cody off the top of their head. The fact that everyone was chanting Cody's name at Raw while Seth was talking, and he said stop the rumors and all this business. The fact that Seth's posting up AEW stuff. There's the video of Cody sitting backstage. We don't know where, but there's a SmackDown sign on the thing, and then he pulls out the Stardust outfit. Says to me that they're trying to troll us. That's what it says to me, honestly. For me, even though he's posted RVD and Mustafa Ali and all these things, I only see 3. I'm going to tell you my choices, and I'm going to rank them. First choice for me is Shane McMahon. I think that the Shane McMahon versus Seth match was supposed to be built from Royal Rumble, but obviously they said that Shane got released from a company that he's got partnership in and all that. But yeah. Second on the list, I'm going to go for Gable Stevenson. Oh yeah, Ashton said the same thing. I'm going to go for Gable Stevenson. Been at the Performance Center for a while. I don't think he's going to get a massive pop, though. I don't think anyone cares right now. And there's still the Raw after Mania, which is where I think they probably would bring Cody in, if they was going to bring him in. But I don't know. You guys could be right. Could be Cody. And then number 3, which you guys might laugh at this, but I'm going to go for the one, the only, Veer Mahan! Via Mahan. It's not going to be Via Mahan, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, they're going to bring him up, but Via Mahan. Let him come and let him win. You know, like that. You know, like that. I swear to fucking God, if it's Shane or anybody but Cody. I don't. Yeah, he's been saying it's Via Mahan's coming to Raw. They put a date on it, but they could be trolling us. But listen, I'm going to have to disagree with you a bit here, Neiman, but obviously it's your opinion and stuff like that. But I want everyone to just take a step back a minute. And I'm not being disrespectful because I like Cody in AEW. I really do. I like what he done with the brand. He helped it to what it is now. But let's not pretend like Cody Rhodes is like Triple H or Jericho or someone like that. He's still Cody Rhodes. So if they bring him back at WrestleMania, they're bringing him back for a pop. Now, the match between him and Seth would be incredible. It will. Because this ain't Stardust. This is proper Cody. And they're both incredible wrestlers. But guys forgetting that, like, he's coming from AEW. You're going to get loads of AEW chants while he's in the ring. Because first, you're going to get excited. Cody, Cody. And then, when he does something great, you're going to have them fans, AEW, AEW. Does WWE trust the fans at WrestleMania, the most stupendous, amazing WrestleMania of all time, to not chant AEW at the grandest stage of all? Because it puts a tint on stuff. You don't want AEW chants at WrestleMania. It's bad enough with the CM Punk. I can't lie. If Cody comes out, you'll see me excited for Cody coming out, and you'll see me excited for the match. But after that, it's going to be back to being Cody. And what story are they going to build? Cody wants to fight Seth. Okay, why? He doesn't have a championship. It make more sense Cody turning up. It'd make more sense that Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar wins, and then Cody turns up on SmackDown. Because surely he doesn't leave AEW to come back and be mid-card Cody. That's all I got to say on that, man. But Durante says, Via, yeah. Come on! Via Mahan! Imagine it's Via, he beat it 30 seconds. Oh, listen! I'm here for Via Mahan! I think if it's not Cody or Shane, give Mustafa Ali the match. It's so obvious he wants something big. People don't normally ask to be released from WWE publicly. Give him what he wants. Yeah. I mean, he's not a big enough star for WWE just to give him what he wants. Let's be honest, in the rankings of the WWE list, Mustafa Ali is no one. I love Mustafa Ali, but the company, they're not making no money off Mustafa Ali. But I'm here for it, man. The thing is, because it's a hand-picked person, I mean, I'm going to throw this one out, guys, before we move on. People might not like this. People might love it. Seth Rollins' opponent for WrestleMania 38 will be none other than the brand new Hall of Famer, all the way from Death Valley, The Undertaker! Down under. Yeah. It's going to be The Undertaker. He's going in the Hall of Fame. He lives in Texas. That's where WrestleMania is. It's going to be The Undertaker, innit? It's going to be The Undertaker. It's going to be The Undertaker. I said it, bro. That's legendary stuff. Could be worse. Oh, listen. No Goldbergs, thank you very much. Give us CM Punk, Hammond Pay, championship. Bro, I told you this. You're taking the mick, man. You want to talk AEW on a WrestleMania? Come on, man. Yeah, Nima, listen, I don't need you to have a heart attack, so could you better, like that? Let me in. Run. If it, listen, let's just suspend imagination a minute. If it was Bray Wyatt, it might be one of the greatest pops of all time. Because people love Bray Wyatt. Let's move on. Let's see Seth. I can't lie, I love Seth Rollins, but his character's getting on my nerves now. Like, I don't need the stupid laugh every 2 seconds. It's just not a thing for me, so. Final match on night one. probably will close out the show of night. Well, actually, I think I've got something wrong here. Oh yeah, we've got. It's not a match, is it? It's a KO show, but it's so disrespectful to Charlotte and Ronda that, or to Becky and Bianca Belair that the KO show's going last. But anyway, let's get into the other match. Okay, let's just address the elephant in the room. Charlotte's gonna lose the match. Yeah, I said it. I love Charlotte. You know she's my favorite woman wrestler. Ronda, I can't stand Ronda. You know what I'm saying? But Charlotte's gonna lose this match. Ronda's gonna become champion, and no one cares. Shout out to Lord of Darkness, my guy from way back when, original Demon Team. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. They're gonna put on. Charlotte's gonna carry Ronda through this match. Hopefully the match is great. I would much rather have seen Charlotte versus Alexa Bliss, but you know what I mean. So I have to I want to put my WWE wrestling I'm a child hat on, but I know that Ronda's gonna win this match. I know, or they could swerve us and Charlotte wins, and then Asuka or Bayley comes out or someone. I would love that, but let's be honest. Yeah. Amin says Rousey for the win. Nima doesn't care. Yeah, Ronda wins. Yeah, let's just get off this match, man. It's depressing, man. I don't care, man. I don't agree with you, lot, man. Yeah, you know what I mean. Ahmed, it's not main event in night one, so you don't have to worry about that. Ethan says Ronda to win. Ashton says, I used to like Ronda when she first joined in 2018, but it's kind of boring now. I was so hyped when she returned at Royal Rumble this year, but after that, I kind of just didn't pay attention to the scenes. That's because she's trash, bro. You can convince me otherwise. Ronda is terrible on the mic. She's okay in the ring, apart from them stupid punches. I guess it must be hard for her, innit? She's coming from the MMA background where she throws proper punches, so to try and take some of the power off them, it must be hard, but work on it, innit? If you become a WWE superstar, you need to work on it. End of. Don't care. Charlotte's gonna lose. I'm just gonna wind me up. Yeah. So I'd rather Charlotte win and Bayley come back and punch her up or something than, you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna lie, I see Fox wanting Ronda's chat. Yeah, bro, I've known that for it. But listen, there's no way that everyone in their head has watched Ronda come back and thought she wasn't gonna win. She was gonna win the whole time. I mean, I can't even do anything about it, to be fair, because it might be lagging just for you or not everyone else. So I don't know, but I've not changed anything. Moving on from there, final main event of night one, which makes no sense. That this could be the worst. Like, listen, my guy's gonna be here, innit? But it's a show. If it's not a match, it shouldn't main event. But let's get it. What? 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 Stone Cold's gonna walk down to the ring. What? Drink 1 beer? What? Drink 2 beers? What? 3 beers? What? 4 beers? What? I'm gonna drop you on that stack of dimes you call a neck. What? Open up a can of whoop-ass, and that's the bottom line, cause Stone Cold says so. Here we go, man. What? 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 Can't really make a prediction to this, can we? Because it's not a match. What? I said it's not a match. What? I mean, how can Stone Cold win? It's not a match. What? I said it's not a match, Durante. What? I said it's not a match. What? So I said to myself, I go down to Sonic Cheese Drive, open up myself a jalapeno burger. What? French fries. What? Tater tots. What? Open up 1 beer. What? 2 beers. What? 3 beers. What? A margarita. What? A shot of whiskey. What? And a Bloody Mary. And that's the bottom line, cause Stone Cold says so. You know, like that. Come on. Austin 316 says I just whooped your ass. Surely. I mean, we don't know what state Austin's in. He's got a knee brace. He's an injured guy. He's older now. He's a legend. The pop's going to be amazing. When we hear the glass smash, we will all lose our mind. I don't give a damn what the show is because I get to see Austin. Now, KO should beat up Stone Cold, but it's in Texas. He's coming back to 19 years at WrestleMania. Yeah. Because, I mean, what? Let's be honest. They're lying to us, bro. Because it's not 19 years since Austin's been at WrestleMania. I've seen him host WrestleMania with Hogan and Mick Foley and that. I've seen him do the dance with the New Day and Stun Xavier, bro. You know, like that. So let's stop pretending like I haven't seen Austin at WrestleMania. Stop it, guys. But what? It's Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I love Stone Cold and nostalgia, and I don't really care what happens at this. He's gonna drop a stunner on Kevin Owens, or Kevin might stun him. Who knows, man? I'd like for them to shock us. It wouldn't be, The Rock versus Eric Rowan vibes. Big facts, bro. Fastest WrestleMania pin of all time. But listen, it would be nice because Austin's not even in the wrestling. He's not even in the public eye most of the time unless he does, the Smoke Some Cool podcast. So, for all we know, Austin could have been working on training for ages. What if Austin goes down to the ring, they have the exchange, and then Austin says, I want a match. And he puts on a 5-minute match, stomp a mud hole in him, couple loose fast presses and that, like that. I'm here for it, bro. Little elbow drop. I'm here for it. And then a Stone Cold Stunner to pop it off. And then, Kevin's going to get to his feet. Austin's going to say, thank you for bringing me out of my retirement after 19 years. Here, drink a beer with me. And then he's going to give Kevin the drink and he's going to stunner Kevin. Somebody else is probably going to go into the ring and he's going to stunner them too. I'm here for it. Like that. I love Austin. It's going to be the last time we see him in a ring in any kind of like physical thing. So I'm here for it. Nima says the build for the show was good. It's not a match. But they could turn it into that. We'll see. But the only thing the way they went wrong with this is we should have saw at least like Stone Cold done that one video, but we should have seen him on the Titantron a few weeks or on like satellite for a bit. You know what I mean? I would have booked it when Kevin Owens came out dressed as Austin and he got everyone good and that. Wouldn't it have been amazing if Austin's music went off one more time? And then Kevin was like, that wasn't me. I didn't plan that. And then Kevin, I don't know. I mean, they've been smashing up cars a week, but we just saw Austin's pickup truck drive off at the end. It would have been perfect, bro. Let's move on to night 2 because we're 40 minutes in and, night 1 doesn't look that amazing. Let's be honest. I'm saying, bro, they've given us both. Just think about what they've done here. Just think about this. They've gave us both women's championship matches on night 1. What? Why? What? All right. Let's move on to night 2. I think I've got that written down here. Night 2, and let's get it going. What matches have I got? First, I'm gonna go with the women's tag team championship match. We have Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, the thrown together tag team. I swear to God, Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan get thrown together. Just does it get thrown to tag teams all the time? Like Liv was with someone else not long ago. Rhea was with Nikki Cross not long ago. Whatever. The tag team champions, Carmella and Zelina. Listen, no one's had a good tag team championship run since the belts have been out, apart from Sasha Banks and Bayley. Let's be honest. Speaking of Sasha Banks and Naomi in a tag team. Listen, the tag team's a bit meh. I love both women separately, but if they're going to do this tag team thing properly with them two, can you start dressing the same? Can you have some remix to your music or something like that? Because you got thrown together as well. And then another thrown together tag team. Natalya might be the most thrown together tag team partner of all time, and this belt's not even been out long enough. This belt's been out for 3 years now. WrestleMania 35, New York. Yeah, because the Iconics won it first. Let's be honest, man. Like, Natalya has been with everyone. she's a she's. I was about to say something then, but you might not find it funny, so I ain't gonna say it. But why she's with Shayna, I do not know. It's a bit weird because like Shayna is like heel, but Natalya's heel sometimes, but not heel. But she's friends with Ronda. Shayna's friends with Ronda, but Ronda's a babyface, so it makes no sense that Shayna's been training Ronda for WrestleMania, but one's a heel, one's a babyface. Naomi has just been treated like what was the whole point of Naomi and Sonya Deville? And then she just gets to put in a tag team with Sasha. Sasha Banks always should be at the head of a card somewhere. The tag team champions, they've done the best they can, but you know, it's a bit average. And Liv Morgan probably, if it was a different match, I would say Liv Morgan and Rhea probably should win this just because at some point they gotta give Liv Morgan a bit of gold. But my prediction for this match is Sasha Banks and Naomi. Number one, they're the best tag team there in terms of just wrestling ability. And number two, Sasha Banks never wins at WrestleMania. She never wins at... Listen, you can't just keep disrespecting the gold standard like that. You know what I mean? The blueprint, the gold standard set is Sha Benjamin, isn't it? Anyway. Yeah. But the blueprint, Sasha Banks, she has to win, sorry. But I wouldn't put it past Liv Morgan getting a title. I'm going to go with Sasha Banks and Naomi. Let's see what you guys got to say. That's all I care about, to be honest. Sasha Banks, it's so obvious. You say that, but like I said, Sasha never wins at WrestleMania, does she? But she needs to win at WrestleMania, so she's going to win. Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, and Naomi turns heel and joins the Bloodline. Yeah, I mean, Naomi joining the Bloodline makes sense, but it doesn't make sense for her to just turn heel in this match, because what's the point? Like, what? Like, because the Bloodline are all males, so, you know. But I'm here for it. I've been asking for it since the Bloodline started, so. Nima says he doesn't care about this match. Fair enough. Sasha Banks and Naomi going to win. Yep, I agree. Sasha Banks. Yeah, that's what I said, man. Banks and Naomi. Yeah, so everyone's unanimous apart from one person. But yeah, Sasha Banks and Naomi. Listen, I don't really care who wins either, but Sasha Banks needs a win. The thing is, like, when I look at all these women individually, I don't have an issue with them. I think Rhea Ripley's character should be more developed than it is by now. Liv Morgan, she's got better and better, and I like her. I don't like the crying promos, but at the same time, like, she's got everything. She needs to work on the mic, but she ain't won any gold yet. Zelina Vega can wrestle better than everyone thinks, but they don't let her wrestle properly. So can Carmella. But I like their characters. It's just like Carmella needs to tone the thing down a little bit, the screaming stuff, and make everyone take her a little bit more serious. Sasha Banks is the best wrestler there. Naomi is the best athlete there. Natalya, she's yeah, I mean, they're gonna call her legend and all that, but she bores me watching her. She's got to stop doing that discus clothesline, but it's so slow. That, you know what I mean? And let's be honest, Shayna Baszler, in terms of like being a badass, should be able to beat anyone. So we'll see. But I spent enough time on this. Shout out to Zen, my guy, you know, like that. Don't worry about it, bro. I mean, you don't keep turning up late because I haven't done a Savage Talk in a while. I mean, you can't do that. We're going in order, so shout out to Ashton. Gotta go. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon. Shout out to you, Ashton. I'll see you at WrestleMania, brother. But yeah, we're gonna go in order. I mean, I said that from the beginning. So, and to be fair, that's the match I really don't care about. So that's not gonna get much time anyway. But moving on from that match, a match that, in terms of celebrity matches, I'm here for this because Sami Zayn's my guy. Johnny Knoxville's my guy. I'm here for it, man. So let's get into this, man. Yeah, you know what I mean, I'm not a party pooper. There's always a celebrity match at WrestleMania. If you don't love Johnny Knoxville, then I don't know how your childhood was or anything like that. But for me, this guy's a legend to me. It's anything goes match, and he's a jackass. He's literally jackass alumni, which means that the amount of bumps that can be taken in this. I mean, if anyone's watched Jackass and watched him get hit by a bull, then this should be a doddle for him. And I love Sami Zayn. I want to say a special shout out to Johnny Knoxville because the build I've seen for this match on social media. So if you're not following on social media, you won't know about this. But the build I've seen where Johnny Knoxville's put his own money into stuff. He's been doing promos and he pranked Sami Zayn and put his phone number on the aeroplane, and then he had all these people phoning Sami Zayn. I think it's been amazing, but let's be honest. There's no way Sami Zayn should lose this match. There's no way. So I expect this match to be Sami Zayn. There's going to be a few spots from Johnny Knoxville, but it should be a Sami Zayn beatdown of Knoxville. It just takes a long time to pin him because he obviously can take bumps. You know what I mean? He's a jackass. So that's my prediction on that. Sami Zayn wins because I think it kind of spits in the face of a little bit. Although I will say one thing, which we're going to get to. I can't see Pat McAfee and Johnny Knoxville winning, or I can't see them both losing. So yeah, we'll see. But I'm gonna go with Sami Zayn. Ahmed says Natalya to me is the kind of veteran. I've seen her wrestle a decade. She is a veteran. Like but that doesn't mean anything. Veteran just means you've been there for a while. You know, like that. You know what I'm saying? She probably should go to NXT and help out some of the ladies down there, to be fair. But Nima says Sami should beat the living shit out of him and win. Yeah, he should. Shouldn't be a squash though, because it should be a squash, but it shouldn't be easy to pin him. Yes, I agree. Johnny Knoxville for the win, but I don't think Sami will win because it's Sami and WWE. I agree with that. The Jackass crew to come out and help. Yeah, you know what? Wee Man might come out from under the ring. Oh, what if Wee Man comes out, but then Hornswoggle comes out and clotheslines him or something with a little man fight. I'm here for it still. I'm just here to have fun and watch this. So I'm gonna go for the Sami Zayn win because I just believe he needs the win, to be honest. If not, then let's get some more Sami Zayn conspiracy stuff because that was fun to me. I enjoyed that. Lord of Darkness says Bobby. Yeah, Bobby came back on Raw, bro. Moving on from there, talking of this ain't really celebrity anymore. He's part of WWE and he's a great commentator, man. But let's get it. Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. Now anyone who watched the Pat McAfee show where Vince McMahon was on there, that's where the match was made. He invited Pat McAfee to WrestleMania and he said he wants to make him an offer and give him a match. And then handpicked Austin Theory to fight him. Now, forget what I just said about the Sami Zayn and Knoxville match. I'm going to take it as a standalone. Austin Theory should win this match. But Pat McAfee should probably put on a great show. Because we've seen Pat McAfee in NXT. He loves wrestling. I think Triple H said that Pat McAfee brought his own ring at home so he can practice. So he's serious about it. And he's a massive wrestling fan. I'm going to go... we're going to speak about it a little bit more, but I'm going to go Austin for the win straight off because I feel like the way Austin's been used on the roster, even though he's not got a title, even though he's still beating people, I think Austin Theory wins this match, but I think we get something amazing from Pat McAfee. I'm talking about we might get shooting star press or something from him, and that's good enough. He's a commentator at the end of the day. He's an ex-footballer. He shouldn't win against Austin Theory, the up-and-coming guy. He's in great shape, and yeah, he's on the roll. And if he loses, it's not good for Austin Theory. So I'm gonna go for Austin Theory to win, Pat McAfee to pull on something amazing. See what the comment section's saying. Nima says Austin for the win. Shout out to Ninja in the chat, and also why people don't like Austin. He is a great. I love Austin. I do. He's the future of the company. I really believe so. He needs to tweak his character a little bit. No one takes selfies anymore, but that might be why he's so obnoxiously heelish. But I'm gonna say Austin for the win. Austin for the win. Love Pat, I think, doing a great, awesome done commentary, but Theory needs the win. He's an active roster. Yeah, see, we've all got the same idea here. Ethan asked Theory for the win. This seems one very predictable and obvious choice from WWE. I'm saying Austin's winning. Yeah, I feel the same, but let's be honest, like, guys, apart from matches that consist of, like, it's a fatal four-way or triple threat match, there will be, you can only have two outcomes, well, one outcome, and only it's between 50-50 all the time. This one, some predictable stuff are not bad because it has to be predictable. Like, if Brock Lesnar fights against the Hurricane, yeah, it's predictable Brock wins. He should win as well. And this is, like, who just said it? Was it you? Was it Ahmed who said it? Or Nima? one of you guys said it, that he's an active wrestler. Yeah, he's Ahmed. He's an active wrestler on the roster. He has to win this match. The only way I'm gonna accept Sami Zayn losing or Austin Theory losing is if, well, the Sami Zayn one losing makes more sense because it's anything goes. So it makes more sense that Sami Zayn can lose that match. And if he loses by like the jackass like throwing a dumpster on him or something or anything like that, then who cares? That's fine. But Austin Theory can't lose this match, not on a one-on-one. So we've all moved there. We're gonna move on to the next match. A match that, I care about this match a little bit, to be fair. I've enjoyed their tag team matches. The only problem I've had with this up-and-coming match is I've seen Randy Orton and Riddle, RK Bro versus Street Profits. I know that Alpha Academy is in this match, but I've seen Randy Orton, I've seen RK Bro versus Street Profits, honestly, at least 14 times since last year. If you guys remember that in November, I went to a house show. I went to a WWE live show in my country, me and my son. And this match was on at the time. This exact match. That was in November. It was November the 5th I went. It's April, this WrestleMania. April is the 4th month of the year, which means for 6 whole months. In fact, yes, for 6 whole months I've saw Street Profits versus RK Bro. The fact that RK Bro just won the titles back about 2 weeks ago has me wondering a little thing. But I'm going to just go out on a limb. And because I said Bianca Belair's going to win, I think heel Street Profits win this match. Shush! Thank you. I think... yeah. Shush! Thank you. I think Street Profits win this match. Heel Street Profits. They're not fully turned heel yet, but pretty much they're doing all the heelish stuff. Bianca's moving a bit heelish with the haircut thing as well. Listen, if you're going to make a husband heel, you might as well make her heel. And I think they actually work better as heels. Montez, for me, is eventually gonna turn on Dawkins because he seems like a guy who can do everything as a solo, to be fair. I mean, he's mad athletic, he's great on the mic, he looks great. I see Montez with the Intercontinental title at some point, or the US title, so I'm gonna go with the Street Profits for that match. Nima says Street Profits will win, I think. RK Bro retain the title, says Amin. This is where we want the smoke, says Lord of Darkness. Like that. I don't want babyface Street Profits, to be honest, to win the title. But if it's heel Street Profits, I'm here for it because they're like different kind of heels. They're cool on it, so I'm here for that. Yeah, Street Profits for me. Moving on to the next match. We're ramping up, man. We're getting faster now, guys. We're moving. Here we go. This match is a weird one for me. It's a match that, if anyone's been watching the channel a long time, I said I wanted this match. First of all, I said I wanted this match about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. Edge actually said he wanted this match himself back when he was retired. We all love Edge. We all love Edge. And we all love AJ. Let's take our WWE love of these guys hat off a minute. The build to this it's not incredible. It should be better. There's been too much opportunity to do stuff, but we've got a lot of Edge promos in the middle of the ring. A lot of them. But it's WrestleMania. I know that it doesn't seem like it because AJ came to WWE later on in his life. AJ's in his 40s now as well. So is Edge. So they're not that far apart in age. I think the age gap's about 2 years or something like that. Edge, great wrestler. One of the greatest WWE wrestlers of all time. AJ's just one of the best wrestlers in the world. I think he will always be one of the best wrestlers in the world until he retires. All I want from this match is a great wrestling match. I need this match to show people up. I need just for this match to finish and all of us say, wow. I need these two to show the young guys how it's done in every way. I need prime AJ like in this match, and then I need prime Edge, and they definitely can pull it off. The match between Edge and Seth was amazing. Was that SummerSlam? So I think this match can be incredible. Now, who wins is a weird one because since Edge just came back, well, he lost at the last WrestleMania, didn't he? He lost to Roman and Daniel Bryan. Well, he lost to Roman. Smashed and stacked and pinned. I don't think Edge is here for the victories as much as it was before, but surely Edge can't keep losing. Now, the last pay-per-view, Edge won. He was with his missus. But when he's on his own, he's beat Randy, but then he's lost at Royal Rumble, then he's won at Royal Rumble, then he's lost at WrestleMania, but now I think Edge wins this match. And then he moves on from AJ and carries on with what he's doing. Because you think he might go down the route of, I'm a better wrestler than you guys. It's like he wants to get the best out of everyone. I'm going to go for Edge. I don't really mind who wins. But at the same time, AJ probably can do with a victory, maybe. Problem with Edge is every time we have a pay-per-view, he disappears. AJ Styles should be in some kind of title picture at the moment. He should be fighting against Finn Balor instead of Damian Priest fighting against him constantly. So I'm going to go for Edge. But you guys let me know what you think. Zen says, I'll say Street Profits, but when RK Bro lose, I see Riddle turning heel on Randy and making a match in the future, maybe long term, and conclude at SummerSlam. Yeah, maybe. I mean, everyone's been talking about the heel turn for a long time now, and before everyone was doing a predictable thing to say it was Randy. It makes more sense to be in Riddle, but at the same time, we need to see a bit of a rift in the tag team before they just break up, because as much as everyone's calling for it, when it happens, everyone will hate it after the initial pop, because what's the reason for it? If somehow they can do a bit where Riddle RKO's the wrong person, that'll be a good way to do it. And then when he tries to keep apologizing to Randy, and Randy doesn't accept the apology, then he just smashes him. That'll be a good way. But yeah, we'll see. Amin says AJ Styles is going to destroy Edge. We'll see. AJ needs to win, but Edge has changed his character, so I don't know who's going to win. Yeah, I mean, Edge is the heel, so he could put AJ over, I swear, but I don't know either, to be honest, but I picked Edge on that one. Moving on. This is a weird match because I don't particularly care about it, because I just don't care about it. Lord of Darkness says, I love AJ, but I'm going with Edge for the win. Yeah, same here, brother. Moving on. This is a weird match, man. I'm happy to see him back. I don't know. This is a weird match that I don't care about, but I do care about seeing Bobby. Amos is the way Amos. He's definitely trying. It is very hard to be that big and be mobile and get yourself over. Usually, if you're that big, you need to be good on the mic to get yourself over, and he's not good on the mic. He always looks like he's gonna laugh. The growling thing he doesn't look realistic. I would rather than have said to Amos, act how you'd normally act and just turn it up a little bit. Bobby Lashley, the last time we saw him wrestle in a match, it was the Elimination Chamber where he lost his title. Obviously, he ended up concussing that match, and then he had to be removed, and then Brock won. He got written off TV for a real-life shoulder injury. He's back now. Good to see him. This is really like, Bobby Lashley trying to take him down. It's Bobby Lashley's strength versus the immovable objects, Amos. But it doesn't do anything for Amos losing. But at the same time, you can't have Amos beating Bobby Lashley. It doesn't make any sense. And yes, he's beat everyone. He's not lost yet on his own. But Bobby Lashley is a step too far. Because if he beats Bobby Lashley, the only place for him to go is up. Now, everyone's forgetting that whoever wins between Brock and Roman, they're going to have both titles, but it's not going to be. They're not going to have a Universal title and a WWE Championship. They're going to have the WWE Unified or Undisputed Universal Championship. So it's going to be one belt. It's going to be two belts, but it's going to be one, like it was before when Randy had the two belts, or Daniel Bryan. So that means it may. I don't know. I'm going to go for Bobby Lashley for the win. And then maybe Omos can come back to Raw, make some excuses, and it's not going to hurt him to lose Omos. But Bobby Lashley can't lose to this guy. Lashley for the win says Amin. I don't see any of them losing. Maybe a DQ finish. Ahmed says Lashley for the win. Yeah, you know what, Nima, I agree with you actually. I think that we can get a match where they just keep beating the shit out of each other, and then when the ref trying to break it up and he gives a 5 count, they just carry on fighting, or he ends up as a count out and they carry on fighting. It would be cool if they carried on fighting and it ended up backstage. And then like security had to break it up because the match was over. Then we can build a story then, because there's no story behind this apart from the fact that Omos destroyed the Hurt Business, but the Hurt Business ain't even with Bobby, so it doesn't matter. Nima says it's like Great Khali versus Kane in WrestleMania, but I don't remember which Mania it was. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It wasn't fun. That's why you don't remember what Mania it was. So, but yeah, moving on from there. Oh, well, there's only one place to go. The only match I really, truly care about. The only match that, if it wasn't on the card, I'd be disgusted. But since it is on the card, and it's the best thing around, and the build's been great. Build could have been better, but it's still been great. We got Cowboy Brock versus mine and your tribal chief, leader of the bloodline, wise man in his corner, Roman Reigns. Listen to me, bro. This is the match I care about. Now, you did copy the Rock. You did copy the Rock and John Cena's poster here a little bit. I know. I can see where the similarities are, but I like it. I might let you guys predict it first, and I'm going to talk about it because this is the match I want to actually talk about. So, Lashley's going to win, and maybe he's going to be a triple threat match with Bobby versus Roman versus Brock. Why would he? He wouldn't have a title shot though. Like, he wouldn't get a title shot because on the same day, this match has already been made between Roman and Brock. Obviously, the next step for Bobby might be to fight the champion on their own, but it doesn't make sense for a triple threat match. Nima says, I hope it was a Hell in a Cell match. What match are you talking about, bro? Lord of Darkness says he's coming for blood. Nima, give the belts to the tribal chief, says Nima. Come on! You know the vibes there. Like that. I'll be sitting here WrestleMania weekend with my Bloodline t-shirt on, ready for the war. Listen to me, man. Let me just talk on it then. Like that. We can chop this match up because this is this is a massive match now. They're calling it the biggest WrestleMania match of all time. Now, notice that they said biggest and not greatest. Is it the biggest? Well, maybe, because it's title versus title. So on that front it is. And it's the two top geezers of the company. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's not Rock and Austin, or it's not Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, but there's two titles on the line. So, you know what I'm saying? It's champion versus champion, essentially. Roman versus Brock, man. Roman is going to take both titles. Listen, there's a lot riding on this match. There's a lot to think of after the match. I want to predict it based on what I actually think at WrestleMania, but I can't help but think of the future. Now, we very rarely see Brock Lesnar. In fact, over the last 10 years, it's hardly happened. We hardly ever see Brock Lesnar fight against people when there's no title involved. So if he loses this match, there will be no title involved. Like when he fights the next person, he'll just have lost. Usually with Brock, everyone finds out that Brock's going back to UFC, or Brock's going to take some time off, or his contract's run out, so we know that Brock's going to lose. This time, there's none of that. This time, Brock Lesnar seems happy to be at the WWE. This time, Brock seems the best Brock there's been in terms of promos and stuff. But we did get Undertaker versus Brock, what wasn't the title match, and then we carried on getting Undertaker versus Brock. So that could happen again. We can get like Brock versus someone and put someone over, or you might just go and have a break and come back at SummerSlam or something else. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is solidified now as a legend. I don't care what anyone says. You don't have to agree with me. He's a legend. Even if you one of them people who wasn't happy with some of Roman's previous run. Well, the Shield was legendary. He wasn't terrible for that whole time that you guys were talking about. You know what I mean? The middle ground. There was a parts where fans didn't like it, like when he won the Royal Rumble and stuff like that. Fair enough. And when people were clearly writing promos for him, sucker and succotash, people didn't like it. Fair enough. Roman Reigns returned, beat the shit out of The Fiend and Braun Strowman. Then he got a match and came down to the match 3/4 of the way, signed a contract, and won the WWE Universal Championship. And he hasn't lost the belt since. He has lost since, by the way. He lost to Seth Rollins. It was a disqualification. Seth won. So, yeah. But Roman Reigns has not lost that belt. I don't know what he needs to do else. Like, everyone needs to respect Roman Reigns now. Like, it's done. He's the best wrestler in the world. He's got the full package. He looks better in shape. He's great. His promo on Raw was great. He's got the Usos behind him, which adds a lot. Paul Heyman on his side. The visuals of him holding the... I mean, the only problem I have is that the visuals, what they did at Madison Square Garden when he stood on the steps with the belt, is what I wanted to see at WrestleMania. Now I've saw it already. It's a bit dead. But my tribal chief, your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, must win this match. Oh, I'm sorry. The problem... Listen, you guys already know that Brock Lesnar is one of my favorite wrestlers, but Roman is my guy. Like, Roman has to win this match, and it solidifies him. Remember, Brock's a solidified legend. He came, he took out everyone. He took out like Kurt Angle, The Rock, Undertaker, Ric Flair, Hogan. He took everyone out. He destroyed the Undertaker's streak. He demolished John Cena at SummerSlam. He's battered Triple. Like, he's done it all already. Brock Lesnar. Roman Reigns has done it all in terms of titles. You know what I mean? He's gone through the ranks and that. Yeah, I mean, I think the only thing Roman hasn't done is win the Money in the Bank. But everything else he's done. He's done the Royal Rumble. He's the Grand Slam champion and all that business. But he ain't won no undisputed championship. And he ain't beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Now, there's a bit of caveat to it, because obviously Brock busted his head open, destroyed him and all that stuff. And then the other one, Seth Rollins won. You know what I'm saying? Seth cashed in his Money in the Bank and won. But Roman Reigns, for his legacy, for going forward, should win this match. There is an issue that we have in the WWE right now. Everyone ain't going to agree with it, but I think so far I've been justified on why I think this, because I've watched Roman Reigns destroy the whole roster. It's not a joke. He's beat Jay. He's beat Ray. He's beat Drew. He's beat KO. He's beat John Cena. Finn Balor. Goldberg. Sami Zayn. Montez Ford. I'm missing people here, but he's beat Undertaker before already. It was a joke before when I was looking at. Oh, he beat Edge. He beat Daniel Bryan. He beat Cesaro. He beat Seth. It was a joke before when we were saying that Roman's beat the whole roster, but he's literally beat the whole roster of men. There's no man on the roster left for Roman Reigns to beat. There's no man left that can take his title other than Brock, who's worthy of taking the title. Oh yeah, he's beat Big E as well. There's nobody worthy of taking that. I'm not saying it as a Roman fan. I mean it in terms of business. Which guy do you really see taking that belt off Roman and walking around with it? The only way I see Roman losing this title now, if he doesn't lose to Brock, and I think this is the way he probably should lose the title, is whoever wins the Money in the Bank cashes in on him. That's how I see Roman losing the title eventually. And he will win it back. I actually think it'll be a lot more fun seeing him trying to get the title back. But I don't want him to lose it because I'm a fan of Roman. If I was going to book this myself, And I know that, like, you guys know that technically I don't really want to see Roman versus The Rock. I just don't want to see it. It's too my two favorite wrestlers. I can't. It's too much for me, and it's a bit late. But it's at Hollywood. WrestleMania is in Hollywood next year. The Rock's probably going to go into the Hall of Fame, which means he's going to be there. It makes perfect sense. The problem is The Rock's never going to stay around if he beats Roman, which means that when he fights Roman Reigns, there probably shouldn't be a title there. It probably should be the stipulation about the family. It should be something to do with the family. Like, Roman, you've been saying you're the head of the family, but I'm the highest grossing movie star on the planet. I'm the one feeding our family. That's probably the route that should go down, and then let the Usos be starstruck when their cousin comes back, and Roman's like, yo, you're supposed to be with me, but I can't help it. All of that stuff. Like I said, if Roman wins, I would have it that Roman wins the title. I don't know what happens with Brock. We can figure that out after. Let's be honest, the only person built, like, in terms of body, like the way they look, it's not right now because he looks terrible, and I'm not the massive fan, but Drew McIntyre or Bobby Lashley probably who could beat him at a stretch. And Bobby without MVP on the mic is, I don't want to hear that. Drew's not great on the mic either, but I believe that Drew might win the Money in the Bank. If Drew wins the Money in the Bank, and then Roman's talking trash at the end of the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, and then The Rock's music comes on, if you smell, and then Drew McIntyre cashes in on Roman. That way Roman looks strong still, and then it builds Roman versus The Rock for damn near a whole year, and then WrestleMania we get Roman versus Rock in the title on the line. But anyway, I've spoke too much on that. Roman Reigns for the win. I said it. I don't care. I said it. Yeah, he beat Bobby Lashley as well. Sorry about that. Only Randy, I think, may beat Roman other than Brock. That's true. That's true. Although they're gonna have to build Randy back up to get, like, because they've got him in a tag team title picture at the moment. Randy definitely could do it though. But if Brock, I'm happy because I love both guys. Yeah, I love both too. Do you think this match is going to have blood? I hope so. At Madison Square Garden, it busted Brock open. For me, it's the last match on the card. Forget the PG thing. It needs to have something more to this match. I think that, like, we can't have Brock in this match just suplexing him. It's not good enough. Like, for this match, we need to see Brock all out, Roman all out. And if Roman wins by choking Brock out, that's massive. That's up there with, like, no, it's not up there with it. To be fair, that's an exaggeration, but the reaction will be like Taker losing to Brock because no one chokes him out. It's excited though. Yeah, he did beat Bobby. That's what I said. He beat Bobby. This match will be better than WrestleMania 34. Yeah, the WrestleMania 34 one, and it's a bit sad because there's loads of matches on that card that I don't think people didn't care about the matches. But if everyone remembers back to that time, that WrestleMania was 7 hours long. It was 7 hours, and we had, I remember, like, Nakamura versus AJ being in the middle of the card, and people looked tired then. So it was never going to happen. We had John Cena versus Undertaker in that terrible match. Charlotte versus Asuka. Yeah, I think that WrestleMania is a bit long. The match actually wasn't terrible, but this one will be better. Dylan says he can't wait to see Cody Rhodes. We'll see, man. I don't care that much. I'll probably be excited when if he comes out, but you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't screaming about Cody in AEW, so I don't know why I'd be screaming about him in WWE, you know, like that. Amin says Roman versus Veer Mahan. Listen, Veer Mahan, he could end up being one of the greatest baby faces of all time because the fans are behind it now. They've been bringing him. They've been advertising him for ages, and he ain't been here. The funny thing about the advertisement for Veer Mahan, if everyone realizes the video package they use, if you look at the background, it's just stuff from like WWE main event, and it's like the same clip over and over again. There's like 2 clips they've used. They should have put this match in the Hell in a Cell to end the feud. Yeah, but they did have a Hell in a Cell. There was a cage match. That's in Saudi Arabia. Not the last one, the one before that. You know, the one when Roman won and they said that Brock's feet touched the floor first. It didn't, by the way. Roman definitely won that match. But Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that. But I think this is going to be the end of Roman versus Brock because we've had the match a few times now. I wouldn't mind if, like, you remember how the old times where they'll get like the general manager come out and they'll say like, we're turning this match into a no disqualification match. I wouldn't mind that happening, man. This probably should have been a last man standing. This is once Cody Rhodes dethroned Roman Reigns, story there, pin him, win the WWE Tag Team Championship. I don't understand what that means. How can he win the Tag Team Championship from Roman? I really don't understand. Let me know, Alyssa. But yeah, I'm not on board with everyone else. There's nothing against you guys. I love all of you guys, but everyone hyping about this Cody thing, man. I'm like, none of you cared about him when he was Stardust, and none of you cared about. You didn't seem to care about it when he was just regular Cody. Yeah, he's been good in AEW, but I wasn't screaming. Even the AEW fans got fed up of him, so I don't know what to say on that. I like him though. I like him, and I like when he's with Brandy as well. It's cool, man. Like it's just set up and that. I think Cody versus Seth makes more sense, although he could come back and do the company man thing, and like that. He could bring a bit of more realism into WWE because he's coming from AEW, and there's no hiding it. It's instant. Like the fans are gonna. You heard it here first. The fans will cheer. They will chant AEW over and over again. So Seth versus Zach. Oh, you mean Zach Gowen, and one-legged done. Like Austin versus Rock. Come on, yeah, and then Austin destroyed man with a steel chair, bro. You know what I mean? Don't take me back to them times, bro. It's sad to Intercontinental Championship and US Championship on the pay-per-view. Yeah, I said that at the beginning of the show. I'm still hoping that when SmackDown happens, I know that the Intercontinental title is definitely not going to be on there because I think Ricochet is going to fight Angel Garza or someone on. Yeah, whatever. But the US title at least. Finn Balor didn't. Why did they do this? They made Finn Balor graft to become the champion and then nothing. But as much as we're here to express our feelings on WrestleMania, give a preview and a prediction, and we've done that now, I don't want to leave it as a negative. It's still WrestleMania season. It's the Super Bowl of the wrestling world. It's the Champions League of the wrestling world. It's the World Cup of the wrestling world. It's the biggest event in pro wrestling, in sports entertainment. It is what it is. It's not going to be toppled. People see this in all the countries around the world. I'm excited. It's not the same excitement as it always is, but let's be honest, we're going to see Austin. So that's a good thing. We're going to see Roman versus Brock. We're going to see some good things, man. And we're going to chop it up after. We're going to do the watch along. The day after, we'll do a review. I normally do the Raw After Mania preview as well, because we do that a lot. So I'm here for that as well. Although I've got bad. If anyone done the Raw After Mania with me last year, it wasn't good, man. Like that put me off doing Raw After Manias. It was terrible. We had Riddle trying to beat up Bobby Lashley for no, like, it was weird. No, Bobby Lashley beat Riddle up with a scooter after he just won the title the night before against. He kept the title against Drew McIntyre. So yeah, it's interesting. Nima says Priest versus Finn should be on the card. I don't believe Priest versus Finn should be on the card. I just believe that Finn with that title should be on the card. I don't want to see Priest versus Finn again. I watched Finn beat him, win the title, and then Priest win twice. So that match should probably be a triple threat match some way. Cody Rhodes, Dustin Rhodes defeats Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns in the. Okay? I know what you mean. I get what you mean. You're on about when the Shield. You should have just said the Shield. I would have got it. But you mean, I know what you mean. The Rhodes brothers. I remember. I remember that match still. The only thing is, I get what you mean, but the story's a bit dead. Like, people use stories and stuff when they've been beaten at pay-per-views or they've lost the WWE Championship. But if you're gonna drag up a video of like, oh yeah, there's a story because remember when the Tag Team Championship match, you don't care because then they have to keep bringing up the Shield. I don't think they would care about it, but yeah, I don't know. Savage, do you think Toxic Attraction lose their titles? I do. Yeah, I think they'll lose their titles at Stand and Deliver. I'm sorry that I haven't done a prediction and preview for that, but there's no point. I'm not going to do a watch along because I don't have the time. But look out for the reaction videos to that. And obviously, I'm going to do. I'm going to try and do it. Sleep's going to be a killer this weekend, but I want to do the Hall of Fame watch along as well. But it's going to be it's going to be a little bit, man. You know what I mean? No one. It's one of them. I'm guessing it's probably going to be about an hour and a half long, maybe. It's going to end at 4 o'clock. But the problem is that, like, I don't know. I'll think about the Hall of Fame one. You know what? I'd hope that at Stand and Deliver, they change thing his name, man. Bron Breakker to Bron Steiner, because Bron Breakker's a stupid name, man. And now you're putting his dad and his uncle in the Hall of Fame. Just give him the Steiner name back, man. Flipping Bron Breakker and that, bro. It sounds like some cartoon character, bro. You know, like that. But yeah, guys, man, thank you all for joining me. 10 left in the chat. Shout out to all 10 in the chat. If you enjoyed this, in fact, not if you enjoyed it, hit the like button. You've been around this whole time. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Why are you playing that? So, but hit that like button. Look out for the schedule. I need to do the schedule early. I might do when I finish the stream, to be honest. I got a bit of time to put the schedule up early because, yeah, you know what I mean? People need to know early. Yeah, we've already done that. The prediction on that. We're about to finish, but I picked. Everyone picked Rousey to win. So, shout out to you, Nima. Let's talk about Seth and AEW. I've spoke about Seth and AEW. What do you want to talk about? I don't know what you want me to say. He posted the AEW post up, but he's obviously he's trolling on it. He's trying to leave cryptic messages. So Amin always does this, says let's talk about this, but then doesn't talk. So you just want me to speak about it, but I got nothing to say on the matter. It's what it is, on it. Like, the Gaze is a troll. If you haven't worked it out by now, Cody Rhodes done a video with the SmackDown sign in the background and the Stardust costume, and Seth Rollins has done a video with AEW. So if it ain't Shane McMahon, probably is going to be Cody. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the Raw after Mania and they just swerve everyone, but unless you got more information on it. I mean, I can't get up on the screen because he posted separate links for all these people. The RVD one was interesting though, but he ain't gonna fight RVD. It's not gonna be that. But if you want me, let me see. I'll jump on his Twitter now and see if he's put anything else. Good question. Lord of Darkness, what do you think about Triple H's retirement? Yeah, I didn't talk about it on the video. I just put a post up about Triple H. Legend. I don't think much about it, only because it kind of felt like he was done with in-ring competition anyway. I didn't see him getting back in the ring. You know, after he tore his pec and stuff like that, I thought he was kind of over for him. And once I knew that he had a defibrillator, I knew that he ain't gonna wrestle again. So with that being said, Triple H, congratulations on a great career. One of the greatest careers. 30 years, man. Long time. Undertaker did 30 years as well, so he's in good stead there. One of the top 10 wrestlers of all time. One of the greatest heels of all time. He had one of the greatest pops of all time. Legendary D-Generation X. Cerebral Assassin Triple H, one of the greatest. Denim wearing Triple H, one of the greatest. Austin and Triple H tag team, one of the greatest. Triple H might have some of the best feuds around. Arguably, The Rock wouldn't be as big as he is now if it wasn't for Triple H and that feud. He had a great feud with Austin as well. I love the feud with Cactus Jack. It was dope. I love that feud. So yeah, man. Yeah, I love that guy. But let me quickly go on Seth Rollins before we get out of here. So this was the last. I don't know if this was the last post from Seth Rollins. Obviously, you can see it's an AEW post. You see that? And then he put WrestleMania, #WrestleMania at the top. See what the comment section says on that. Well, the Twitter comment section. See you at SmackDown Hall of Fame. See you there. Rampage is getting silly now. I'm not talking. I don't want to talk about AEW on this WrestleMania thing. It gets a bit unfair. Like, we can do separate shows. So what? This is what he done. So I showed you that one. He posted Bailey because he's posting all the people that if people can wrestle against. He posted Elias, who Elias isn't around anymore, but he posted Elias. He posted the big bad booty daddy. Holler if you hear me. He posted RVD. And he posted apple juice. Boo, boo, boo. Boo, boo, boo. And he posted Mustafa Ali and Shane McMahon. And as you can see, Veer Mahan. He's trolling everyone. It's the worrying thing is give all the people that are, apart from Gable Stevens, he's put everyone down there, which means that he's trolling, and it's one of these, which I think it might be Shane McMahon, but it could be Gable Stevens, and I'm here for it anyway. Let's get the hell out of here, man. I need to eat. I've been out all day. I've been busy. I've been doing other work. I need to get my sleep in and some gym work and some water and stuff because it's going to be a busy weekend of content. Not only we're doing WrestleMania Night 1, Night 2, possibly Hall of Fame. I got some videos coming out in between that, wrestling videos as well. I'm here for it, man. You know what I mean? It's one weekend a year, so we're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna get the Red Bulls in, probably some sweets or something because the WrestleMania is gonna be madness. But thank you guys for joining me. It's been fun. I hope the background music wasn't too distracting. I just thought I'd try something different. Sometimes when I've got I'm speaking, you know what I mean? But I'm excited for Veer to come back. Lord of the Dance to see you later, bro. Yeah, I'm going to get out of here, man, before I end up talking too long. Because I said I was going to do an hour. It's done an hour and a half, but we already know how that goes. You know what it is, guys. When everyone's interested, I'm here, man. I love when everyone's back, you know, like that. But for real, I got to get the hell out of here. That's just what it is. Guys, we'll see you at the Hall of Fame. I've been your boy, Good Savage. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Run.